Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ravi and welcome to a brand new video for me. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over my 10 favorite makeup must-have brushes and tools. These are just products that I really think that you should consider adding to your collection just because they make the ease and the use of makeup so much easier. And if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, it will be on my Instagram, which is @rapsbeauty, so please be sure to check me out there. And with that, guys, let's just get into the video. Okay, so the first product I want to talk about are sponges. They are super essential, I feel like, in having in your kit, whether you use it all the time or not. It just helps get a really seamless blend in your makeup and helps push products into your skin instead of just moving them around on top of your skin. And so I feel like the Beauty Blender is like the most well-known sponge. It works really well. It's a great sponge. Like I have I'll always one in my collection at all times because I do think that this is worth just having in your collection. But if that $20 price tag is a little bit too much for you, these e.l.f. sponges, honestly, I do think I prefer them over the Beauty Blender. These are like $5 each. This is an e.l.f. concealer sponge, so these do actually expand once you wet them. And with sponges, you do want to wet them, drain out the water just so that they expand. And this is meant just for perfectly blending underneath of your eye, but also when it expands, I use it all over my face. This is kind of even softer than the original Beauty Blender, and I really, really like how the finish that this gives. And for a quick blend, this one is the e.l.f. I think Total Face Sponge is what it's called. Again, $5, and it expands and it gets a lot of coverage at the same time. It has a nice point at the end. It also has a nice flat edge, so you can really stamp in your foundation or work your blush in, whatever it is. These sponges, honestly, I feel like I do use these over my Beauty Blender because I just really like the finish that these give and the way that these feel on my skin. So I would always use sponges before to apply my foundation and concealer, and then I started seeing more and more people talking about brushes, and so I invested in this brush. It is used, but this is the It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection No. 7 brush. So it comes with a foundation applicator side and then this concealer side, and this honestly is worth, it's a little bit more expensive, but I really do see a difference with the way it blends out foundation. For my skin today, I only used this brush. I did not go in with a sponge, and I feel like it really works products really well into your skin, gives you a really good blend without that streaky appearances that sometimes brushes give. And same thing with this. This is a great brush to push your concealer in, so you can get way more coverage out of your concealer than a sponge, because sponges do sometimes soak up some products. So if you're having a really bad dark circle day or an acne day, a sponge is really good. A brush is really good to just push the product in and still keep the opacity and the pigment from the concealer, but kind of help blend it into your skin. And this one, of all of the foundation brushes I've used, this is honestly one that I really, really enjoy using. It really does a great job, and it also is really quick in getting your foundations pushed into your skin. The next brush I want to mention is the brush that actually motivated this whole video. This is the Real Techniques 405 Instant Cheek Pop Brush, and this is a beautiful dense brush that comes with a slant on the edge, so you can see it kind of slants down. And I love this for cream and liquid blush, which I feel like is the trend of makeup right now. It's going more towards cream and liquid, and this just really helps push in that liquid or that cream into your skin. Because it's dense, it really does do a good job of blending it out. And then also, I don't know, I feel like I get a lot more movement with the liquid or the cream. I can get it to move further out. Again, with the brush, it doesn't soak up any product, so you can get a lot more use from your product and a lot more pigment from your product. And I really just honestly love how this blends out my blush. And then this is another slanted brush, but this one is a little bit more whimsy. So you can see with this one, there isn't that much movement. It's not a stiff brush, but it doesn't give a lot. But this one, it's pretty flimsy, and this is the Alamar Cosmetics Brightening brush, and this is honestly the perfect brush for your under eye highlighting. To get powder pushed under there to sweep away product if you get some fallout just to lightly sweep it away. Like, it fits so perfectly underneath of your eyes. This is a brush that like I literally will miss if like it's drying from the wash or whatever. And then we are on to contour. So for cream contour, I love this brush. I don't know what the name is, but basically any brush that has like this really nice domed effect, like it's really good at getting like those circular motions and pushing the bronzer or contour into your skin, like that cream product. With denser brushes like this is what works best with cream products, because you don't want a flimsy brush that's what's going to leave the streaking. When you have something more dense like this, that is what will give you the more seamless blend. And this has been in my collection for about like 2 years. I really love this. This is another same kind of brush. This is a Lexi small contouring brush. You can see that it has a little give, so when you're blending it, it does like help you blend up, but because of that rounded feature, like it really is a little bit more precise. And I like that I can go in and blend like this, blend like this. It really is, this kind of shape is just perfect for contouring. Now on to bronzing. I used to use brushes like this so I could stamp on bronzer to give myself a very chiseled look, which if that is your goal, like I would suggest a brush like this that's again more tightly packed, or a brush like this. I do still use these brushes a lot, like I do when I want that really chiseled look. These are great brushes. These are some of my favorites. This has been a favorite for a very long time. This is the Morphe Y11 brush. Like, this really will chisel your face out a lot, but recently I've been into more of a diffused bronzer, and that's mostly because my sisters would always call me out for having like a harsh line. And so a brush like this is the Sigma X Rock Set F27 Iconic Bronze. So this comes to a nice taper, but it's super flimsy. So when you're blending it out, you can't really over apply bronzer because you don't have that much product on here in the first place, and it really helps you diffuse product into your skin. Like, this is one brush that I did really want, mostly because of I really thought it was like a really pretty brush, but when I started using it I was like, wow, like I really noticed a difference in how diffused my bronzer was. Like, you could see that there was definition there, but it wasn't like a harsh line of bronzing. So I've been really liking these kind of more rounded and flimsy brushes for bronzing. The 4 brushes that I think you definitely need to invest in for your eyes are these right here. So the first one I really like. This is the Morphe M518. I have multiples in my collection of this kind of brush. So this is a really fluffy brush that works really well at defining your crease. So you can work product in, and because it's fluffy, it really helps get like a really nice blend, so you can apply color and opaque, and then you just keep blending and it kind of layers on top of itself. Again, I have so many of these kind of brushes, just something super fluffy, flimsy, and like with that rounded edge, and that will work perfectly in your crease. And you can get like different styles for this. Is a little bit more flimsy, so this is when I'm going in with colored shadows in my crease. This is what I use because it helps really diffuse a color, and then more packed brushes like this will give you more of an opaque blend in your crease. But I really do think that a blending brush like this is totally necessary if you're trying to create a really nice eye look. So the next brush I want to mention is a Morphe M507. This is definitely a holy grail for me. So this is like the same, it's kind of a blender brush as well, but it is a lot smaller, as you can see from the M518 that I was talking about a minute ago. And this is what I like to use to like do more detailed blending. So whether that's in my outer crease, in my inner corner, underneath of my eyes, like this is what I love to use to just get like pigment packed on to a certain area and then kind of lightly just blended. This is a brush that I use to apply this green out here. This is like honestly the perfect brush for that detailed work. And when I purchased this, and now I have like 2-3 backups of it, like I totally noticed a difference in the way that my eyeshadow looked. And this is just a really great brush for me. And again, it's like a super holy grail for like really detailed eye work. Then the next brush is a shader brush, and this is to pack on pigment onto your eyes, your brow bone, your inner corner. This is just a great brush, especially if you do wear acrylics and you're unable to use your fingers. This is a great brush to do a lot of like that packing on the color. This isn't good for blending, it's just really good to like get the color on. So whether you're working with glitter, whether you're working with shimmer, or even like a matte, like just to pack on color, this is a great brush. And this is a Morphe M518. So I know that I've been mentioning a lot of Morphe brushes, and I do actually really like them. They are really affordable at a great price. And then the final brush is a pencil brush that I think is super, super necessary in doing, again, more detailed eye work. So a pencil brush is what I use to apply this really packed color onto my lower lash line. This is what will help you get like that opacity underneath of your eyes, and again, keep it so you have control over the color. If you go in with like, let's say a brush like this, you can do some work down here, but it won't be as precise. Whereas with this, you can get like a really precise application and then go in and soften it with this kind of a brush. So a pencil brush is super necessary. My favorite is from Sigma. This is their E30. Okay guys, and that completes this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Maybe found some information, some brushes that maybe you do want to go pick up. Again, like these are my top holy grail products, and I do really quickly want to mention like the best tool that you have are your hands and fingers, like to get product blended into your skin. I do always go in with my ring finger to apply like shimmer shadows to my eyes. I feel like shimmers and glitters really pop when you apply it with your finger, so you can always use these little things to get a really good makeup application. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did like it, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing with a friend. It means so much to me, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Have a wonderful, beautiful day.